What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be talking a little bit about some Battlefield 2042, but sadly, once again, no Battlefield gameplay. I just don't want to show you guys any more old clips, and I haven't been playing it, streaming it, and all that stuff. And as you all know, the way that I do get my clips for all my YouTube videos is by live streaming. I live stream every single day over on Twitch. If you guys want to check that stuff out, the link that is down in the description of how I was just doing so. There's a bunch of fantastic people over there, and it's just a very chill vibe. But usually I come up with my commentaries, my topics, and I get gameplay while I live stream for about 4 to 5 hours. You know, 4 to 5 hours of gameplay is a lot, so usually after that, I'm kind of done playing the game, you know what I'm saying? I can't do what I used to do back in the day where I could, you know, really pull some long hour sessions. But since Battlefield 2042 has been in an absolutely awful state, I mean, if I were to record gameplay and show you guys, I would be lagging every 5 steps. So because of this, I decided to hop on some Halo Infinite, and I got some clips of this, so we'll show you guys this instead. So I do apologize for not matching the gameplay with the actual topic of the video today, but at the end of the day, I think this gameplay is extremely saucy, and you will all enjoy it. But do you guys want to know what I think is the funniest thing about Battlefield 2042? How consistent the developers are with giving us more negative content to see, talk about, and discuss. I mean, let's be honest here. If there was something positive about this game, I would definitely talk about it. You guys seen it in the past. You know, if they make a positive update that, you know, helps with performance or gives more content in the game, I always say that DICE has done a good job. And I've done it in the past with Call of Duty games as well. Modern Warfare 2019, as much as I despise that game with all of my heart, when Infinity Ward did something good for it, I made positive videos. And I always hear in the comment section, oh, this guy keeps flip-flopping his mindset and stuff like that. But I do it for you guys. I don't want you guys to have to listen to the same thing over and over and over again. So when something good happens, I like to talk about the good. When something bad happens, I like to talk about the bad. All the time, we covered both sides of the story on this channel. But Battlefield 2042, there is no both sides of the story. The game is just utter garbage. You guys see here with Halo Infinite, I always talk good about this game. I think I made a couple of negative commentaries about the microtransaction system, but when it comes to the gameplay, I'm in love with this game. It might just be because I'm not a hardcore Halo fan. I mean, back in the day, when these games were in their prime, I was more of a Gears of War type of guy. So I'm coming in a little bit new, so that might be why I enjoy it so much, but still, I enjoy it. I talk good about it. Battlefield 2042, on the other hand, like I said, every day that passes by, there is more bad news about this game, never anything good. But for those who don't know, over on Twitter, and also very quickly, if you guys haven't followed me over on Twitter already, by all means, that link is down in the description as well. But Tom Henderson put out a tweet, and if you don't know who Tom Henderson is, you're falling behind when it comes to Battlefield and Call of Duty news. This guy is a really good leaker, and he puts out a bunch of very great information. But he went ahead and said, a Battlefield 2042 cheat provider is suspending its services to the game. And no, it's not because of the anti-cheat in the game. It's because the game's performance makes the cheat not work properly. And if you guys want to see the exact words of what the cheat provider said here, he put out something saying, we will discontinue Battlefield 2042 from our store. All subscriptions will run out as normal, but there won't be any renewals or slots available. You can still use the cheat as normal for the first time being. Subscriber with a lifetime sub can change their subscription to any COD title. The reason for this decision is the ongoing performance issue of the game, which affects the cheat, and that most people don't use their subscription anymore since the game is dying. To start off here, we all know that. Yeah, we all know that the game is completely dead. So it makes sense for a huge cheat distributor to say, yep, we're not going to sell this cheat anymore. If it's not making money, why even bother with it? We've seen the Steam charts time after time after time. Actually, which is really funny, the Dynamite, one of the homies over on Twitter, put out a tweet asking if, you know, Black Ops 3 is populated. And in the comment section, someone put the Steam charts of Black Ops 3 on PC. Keep in mind, PC Call of Duty games are really hard to run and find lobbies going on right now. Anything from Call of Duty 4 up to Black Ops 2 is pretty good, but once Call of Duty Ghosts came out and forwards, it died out on PC. You will find barely any lobbies. You'll still find them, but it's a very rare. It's maybe like 10 to 15 people on at any given moment. So with that being said, to see the numbers of Black Ops 3 on PC this high, when Battlefield 2042 is still sitting at around like 7,000 players playing this game, wow. But for me personally, that is not the biggest take. The biggest take is the fact that the game is so stupidly broken, so busted over any other game in the world, that a cheat distributor can't even get their software to work correctly for any of these people who are purchasing them. Now, I do not support cheating in any type of way. If you are a cheater, you are a loser. It's as easy as that. There's no way around it. Just get good or just start playing the game casually. The fact that you have to ruin other people's fun is just absolutely ridiculous. But the fact that people are basically probably complaining to this distributor and, they're getting angry and probably wanting refunds over how bad Battlefield 2042 performs is hilarious to me. Because it doesn't matter what game it is or how bad it is or how horrible the reviews are. Every game pretty much has cheats. It doesn't matter what title it is or, like I said, how poorly it's liked by the community, it's going to have cheats for it. This, to me personally, is actually the first time I've never heard of this before. Maybe one of you guys have, and if you have heard this before, leave it down in the comment section because I'm very curious on what game it happened on. But this is the first time I've ever heard someone say that they are not making cheats anymore because it doesn't work on a game. That's how busted it truly is. DICE. I mean, I guess this goes both ways. This is a good thing because now the community, the people who are still putting up with Battlefield 2042, I feel bad for you if you are, they don't have to deal with cheaters. There's no cheaters whatsoever. You guys remember the thumbnail I put out a couple of days ago, or maybe it was a few days ago, saying that EA doesn't even have to make an anti-cheat in their game because it's so bad. I didn't think that thumbnail was going to come to life a few days afterwards with this information. But yeah, if you're one of those players who are still grinding out Battlefield 2042, good for you. You don't have to deal with any cheaters. Hey, EA, let's compromise a little bit here. Since, the game is so bad and cheaters can't get into it or play it or use hacking software on it, why don't we take all the funding and all the money that we put into the anti-cheat, just take it out and just put it towards the performance of the game. Let's work on that right now and just invest a lot of cash into that, making sure the game is actually playable. And then when people actually want to come back in, we'll already have the anti-cheat, ready and good to go, and we can start putting money back into that cycle. But enough joking around. Seriously, this is really bad DICE. Cheaters don't care about who you are, what company you work for, or anything. They just want to check. They don't care about your game. They want money out of it. So if a group of cheating distributors are going to miss out on probably one of their biggest checks, because let's be honest here, if I were to be a cheater distributor, there'll be a few games to focus on, right? AAA titles. If you're focusing on FPS cheats, you're going to hunt down things like Warzone, Apex Legends, just Call of Duty in general, Battlefield, Halo, stuff like that, because that's where the most money is going to come from. If you're just going to make cheats for, a really small game that nobody cares about, you're not going to make that much money. But when a brand new Battlefield game comes out, that's when they want to really grind out these cheats, because a lot of people are going to play it, and since a lot of people are going to play it, even if it's like 2% of those people who are going to want to cheat, that's still a lot of people, 500,000 people, you do the math, you're going to have a decent amount of money and income, and that's just a small number as well. Let's be honest here, Battlefield probably pulled in millions of players at a time. So, seriously, it's a lot of money in cheats. And they are willing to miss out on this check because your game is that bad. Again, I do not support cheats. But to me personally, this says that Battlefield 2042 might possibly go down in history as one of the most broken games in the whole world. There used to be a time where you purchased a game for $60. And when you would go home and you would put in your console, or when you would just get it on your PC and load it on up, you would get a full product. You will be able to play tons of maps. You get to mess around with tons of weaponry, and you would have set things that you had to do. And I do understand as time goes on, people are asking for more content. Gaming has evolved and developers have to keep up with it. But at the end of the day, I don't care if they need to plan out, 50 seasons of content. I would prefer for their time behind the scenes to be focused on the performance of the game, like you see here with Halo Infinite, over the seasons that are going to come in the future. Now, yeah, again, like I said, Halo Infinite might not be the best thing to reference to with how they're handling their microtransactions, even though it's gotten better. It's definitely gotten a lot better over time. But still, at the end of the day, does it work? Yes. Am I lagging? No. Are there bugs? No. Is it tons of glitches? No. That means it's playable. Cool. Why can't we get that in Battlefield or COD? Why is it every single year we are getting half-assed projects? And in Vanguard, they gave us the most content we've seen in ages, which I'm extremely happy for. I hope they don't change this pattern because it will be really, really, really bad. I love seeing, 16 maps come into the rotation right off the bat and then having free content afterwards. But just because you put in tons of content doesn't take away from the fact that the game isn't in a unplayable state. It's completely wrong and just shouldn't happen in any title. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you almost hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both those in the down description. And also, want to catch me live streaming some video games and do it over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.